Good morning, welcome back to the channel. My name is Mike. If you haven't been here before, we like to fix things around the house on our channel here, and today we've got a pretty interesting one for you. We're going to be working on a fence gate. This fence gate has given us a little bit of problems. It's wobbly. I'll show you that here in just a second. We're going to take you through the steps of diagnosing what is happening. Likely, I would bet that we're going to have to repair or replace one of the fence posts. We'll put concrete in the ground, wait for that to dry, and then we'll have to rebuild this fence in order to make it much more sturdy. But let's show you what we have. We'll grab some tools, then we'll get started. Okay, here's the fence, and you can see wobbles pretty good. It's not to a point where it's going to fall down, but it is binding right up here, so we're going to need to fix that today as well. When I open it up, you can see where it's fixed at the bottom. Actually isn't too bad. It's still buried in concrete. What I'm wondering is, did they put enough concrete in there whenever the fence was set? If they didn't, of course, we'll take care of that. I think the best thing we need to do here is go grab some tools, dig it up, see what we're dealing with there on the bottom, and then head to the hardware store. I have a hunch we're going to need to get another 4x4 post, as well as a bag of concrete in order to fix this. So let's get started. Okay, so here's our problem. If you look at this 4x4 post, first of all, it's not a treated 4x4 post. So the water is getting in there and it's eroding underneath the surface. But that's really not all of what's going on. If you notice, the bottom of this post is tapered. It's almost like whenever they put this post in, they tapered it at an angle and then pounded it into the ground. You can also see right here, this is the concrete that's used to set the post. There is no concrete around the back side of that post, so therefore it's going to wobble back and forth because it's not set in there correctly. So what we have to do to fix that is take the fence apart, get to just this 4x4 post, replace it with a brand new 4x4 post, sink that post in the ground with some concrete, let it dry, rebuild the fence. So off to the hardware store we go. Okay, just back from the store. Let me run through what I've brought out so we can get the repair taken care of. So of course you can see in the wheelbarrow I have a ton of different tools. This is a kneeling mat. I have assorted screwdrivers here that fit into the impact. I've also got a 1/2-inch impact socket there. Of course, a hammer. I've got a level. We're going to use that whenever we level the fence post. Pry bar just in case. Got a couple of pieces of scrap wood that I can use to prop up the 4x4 while it is curing. Assorted screws and attachments that I'll need, and of course fast-setting concrete mix. Now behind here, you saw me walking just a minute ago. This is our 4x4 post. We bought a pressure-treated 4x4 post, and then of course I brought a rake, and the rake is to help clean up the area once we get the new post installed and the dirt back around. So now what we need to do, spend some time dismantling the latch on the fence, and then once we get it all dismantled, we'll continue digging and pull that post out. So we've got our post completely removed. We've taken out the old cement that was holding it in. Notice on the one side here, it's completely gone. We've dug the hole as deep as we possibly can get. It's about 12 inches or so. Ideally, you want to have it a couple of feet below the surface. The problem we have and where we're located is we're on a granite top. So we really can't go any deeper unless we're to use a jackhammer, and it just really honestly is a little bit too much for what this is going to actually support. So now what we need to do is mix the cement, pour it in, set the post level, and then give it about 30 minutes to set up, and then we should be in good shape. Okay, we're ready to mix the cement, so here's what we're going to do. This is a fat setting concrete mix, and really you can dump it into the post hole and then pour the water on top of it. I find that it actually is stronger if you mix it first, so that's what we're going to do. We'll mix it with water until it's essentially like pancake batter mix, and then we'll go over, we'll set the post, put this around it, we'll put some supports on the side of it, and then we'll let it set up for about 30 minutes or so. Then we should be in good shape to start mounting the fence back together and then finalizing our project. Okay, that's about right. You can see here it's similar to pancake batter. Now let's set our post. Okay, welcome back. It's been about 30 minutes. Now, you can see lots of overcast, so there's actually a storm coming. We're going to try to beat the storm. And if you take a quick look, the cement has set up pretty good. We can certainly leave it about another hour to set up or so. But one thing you'll notice, look how much more sturdy this post is compared to the one that we took out. Now what we need to do is we need to cut the top of it off. We're just going to eyeball the angle because this actually does slant down. We're going to cut it at an angle, and then we're going to assemble the fence that we disassembled earlier back onto this post, and then we'll be done. Welcome back, everybody. It is the next day. Major thunderstorm came through last night, so I didn't get a chance to show you the end results. Let's take a quick look. So you can see what we did here is we did go ahead and take a little bit off of the side here to prevent it from binding. I did reset the latch so it opens and closes exactly like it's supposed to. And you can see down here on the ground, we did rake the dirt back over the cement that we placed. And you can notice, of course, it is much, much stronger than what it was. So that concludes this repair. Hopefully you liked what you saw. If you did, please smash that subscribe button. Have a great rest of the day. We'll see you soon.